Every product we craft is a declaration of our lust for perfection. But none is comparable to Superleggera. In this project, we modeled the most advanced carbon fiber into futuristic aerodynamic-driven shapes. Here we realized our dreams as engineers, manufacturers and passionate riders. The new Superleggera V4 is, first and foremost, a true statement. It is where we draw the line between trying and doing. It is our foremost pioneeristic creature. "1708 is a project that can only be implemented in Borgo Panigale, Bologna, at Ducati Motor Holding. It is a project where excellence, engineering and dreams come together in a direction that is as aspirational as it is performative. It is such an ethereal and yet so extremely concrete project, made of matter, sounds, futuristic technologies, speed and very strong emotions." The GP16 aerodynamic design was undoubtedly our most powerful and effective project. The evolution of the MotoGP rules did not allow us to continue the development in that direction, and today all the legal layouts for aerodynamic appendages are based on closed C-shapes, which are globally less efficient than previous ones. We had been looking for a way to continue the development interrupted in 2017, breathing new life into our best aerodynamic project. Ducati is the only motorcycle brand that has ever won 2 times the Red Dot Award and the prestigious Compasso d'Oro. We are design maniacs, and designing a Ducati is not like drawing any other bike. There are essential characters that belong only to us. Projects like Monster, 916, Diavel and Panigale each represent a milestone in the history of design for their category. The Ducati design philosophy is built by subtraction, recognizing the purest style in the in-depth research of essential shapes. Even the aesthetics of color is built with respect for the nature of the elements. And in the Superleggera V4 it is possible to distinguish with the Ducati red, the original color of the precious materials that compose it. The different types of carbon, titanium, aluminum. The engine design is undoubtedly one of the most distinctive features of Ducati. A field in which the desmodromic timing system has become a signature feature. Developing the engine for Project Superleggera V4 means making the most sophisticated Ducati engine ever made. Piece by piece, working on every single component to make it as light as possible. Finding space for innovation in every detail. When the project started, we went over the engine's list of components and 600 part numbers. We analyzed all the components and then decided which to focus on. For some, a search for experimental solutions began, while for others we knew that there was room for improvement because we already knew the current limits and margins for further development. Priority is given to components made of higher density materials to evaluate replacement with lighter materials. We changed all the bolts for the bases and heads from steel to titanium. The same was also done for smaller bolts, like the ones on the camshaft supports. Small components yet very numerous. The Superleggera V4 is the perfect combination of technological know-how and the search for maximum performance. As with every technical feature, Ducati Corsa's contribution was essential even in developing the dashboard interface. Thanks to MotoGP's riding experience, such a refining work makes it the most advanced production bike on the planet. The HMI, human-machine interface, design of the dashboard, intervenes on graphic visual features in order to improve the man-machine communication system usability, namely the way in which the system informs the rider. All this taking into account very high-speed situations, accelerations, as well as the extreme physical and cognitive stress the rider feels when he gives his best on the track. Materials research has always been an obsession for Ducati. If we think of our founding values, style, sophistication and performance, we find them all in this innovative research activity. The precious materials we work with, especially titanium, magnesium and carbon fiber, are the backbone of the vehicle's dynamics and at the same time give our racing bikes that unmistakable Ducati look. For the Superleggera V4 the challenge was completely different from a racing prototype. We have to achieve extreme performance while safeguarding reliability and meeting type approval requirements. It's a question of making the most of the characteristics of materials and components without being able to predict the real stress they will be subjected to, creating components with experimental technologies to apply them to a motorcycle that's not just for a single specific rider, but must be ready for standard type approval. The component we design doesn't just have to get through 10 races. It has to last forever. And so the work of calculation and simulation is twice as much as for any other bike we produce. Ducati Superleggera V4 is the best that contemporary motorcycle engineering can express. It is the dream that comes true. The result of the most innovative research on materials dynamics and engineering. A search that reaches its fulfillment when the bike is brought to the track and tested by the pilot who can finally feel the most intense emotions. It's a very powerful emotion. An endless wonder. First of all, the pride in being part of such an important project. And then the sense of dedication and meticulous attention in trying to transform technical and mechanical excellence into performance never seen before in a production motorcycle. This bike has an impressive acceleration. But the most disarming characteristic is that you feel absolutely at ease, in full control of the bike. Thanks to the Aerodynamics package you can open the throttle all the way, especially coming out of corners, without worrying about the bike doing a wheelie.